Interesting thought. It seems to me that there's not much difference or contrast, rather, between the monk and the billionaire. As I ponder the dichotomy of the two extremes, the two completely polar forms of living, I come to realize they're much in the same. For example, the monk relinquishes all his attachments, his desires, for hope of enlightenment, for hope of letting go all his worldly possessions and the things that bind him to the world. He would one day reach a state of samsara, or formlessness, a connection with the divine or the infinite. I think at the end of the monk's journey, he realizes that his essence, his true self, his beingness is the only thing that really matters. It's the only thing that is. Now, on the other hand, the billionaire, to some, would be the pinnacle of freedom. The billionaire completely indulges himself. He's submerged in the material world. Unlike the monk, he gives in to his desires, his attachments, his wants. Any car, any home, any wear, any food, anything that he craves can be achieved. So much so that after indulging himself and fulfilling, or at least having filled or being somewhat satisfied of his wants and his attachments and his desires, he realizes that the only true thing there is, the only thing that's really important, is his essence, himself, his connection. Ultimately, his connection to divine, to infinity. Through submerging himself in the material world, he realizes its folly. The monk, through neglecting and letting go of the world, realizes its folly. Two completely different paths. Unequivocally, completely different. But one might say that they ultimately lead to the same destination. Now, obviously, there's outliers, there's this, there's that. Just like every billionaire may not go down that path of one day realizing or being disillusioned by this world. Same as every monk may not achieve enlightenment. But there's something to say about the way one lives. Now, although many paths are laid out in front of us. There's many, many paths. Ultimately, all paths lead to one.